Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Mita Sari. I represent Fisip University of Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya, Central Kalimantan as a speaker in the 2 Faris Panjapa International Seminar with the title of Community-Based Integrated Child Protection Policy during the COVID-19 pandemic in the city of Palangkaraya. Research methods. In the research on community-based integrated child protection policy during the COVID-19 pandemic in Palangkaraya City, the research used a qualitative approach was first to describe the empiric reality behind the phenomena in the field in depth. Second, the problem to be solved by research can be approached according to their substance. Third, the data collected can be used as material for theory development for the result of data analysis generates from qualitative research in the form of concepts and theories can be directly used for the benefit of policy development. Research and discussion. Protecting children from violence include during the current COVID-19 pandemic requires massive community involvement. The Ministry of Women Empowerment and Child Protection seeks to maximize the role of the community through the community-based integrated child protection movement was one of the community movement in an effort to detect early the threats or case of violation of the fulfillment of children's rights and protection include threats due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Since 2016, the Ministry of Women Empowerment and Child Protection has initiated the establishment of community-based integrated child protection in 136 villages spread across 68 regencies and 34 in 2021, at the initiative of the community and the regional government, community-based integrated child protection was recorded to have been applied in 1,921 file spread over 340 regency cities throughout Indonesia. Following are the causes of the violence against children during the pandemic. Since the emergency of the COVID-19 case, the government has issued a large-scale social restriction policy as an effort to break the chain of COVID-19 transmission. The PSBB is followed by a policy of studying, working, and worshiping from home. The consequence of this policy is the increasing intensity of children and parents to interact directly every day. Change in routine and unpreparedness of parents and children in adapting to current conditions will trigger conflict between family members. The feeling of being tired of always being at home and the limited social interaction with the community are the initial trigger for violence against children. Restriction on activities in public space also have an impact on people income, especially the lower middle class economy. Economic pressure is further exacerbated by cases of layoffs due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, economic pressure during the COVID-19 pandemic tends to increase due to panic buying by a group of people and the behavior of hoarding goods which has an effect on rising prices for goods including basic necessities. Change in the family economic condition worsen to psychological condition of parents. A mental health survey conducted by The Association of Indonesia Mental Medicine. The following are the causes of the violence against children during the pandemic. Specialists since March 2010 in 31 provinces with 5,661 participants show that 68 of participants experience physiology problem. In this condition, the child is in a position prone to violence while the condition of the child is powerless to fight. Meanwhile, access to protection, both informal, relative friend, neighbor, or teacher, and formal protection service of social service is limited during PSBB. In the field of education, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced the learning system in school to be carried out online or known as distance learning. Distance learning is a new thing for children and foreign and even for world of national education. Not all parents have sufficient knowledge to understand the learning scheme, while parents are required to accompany their children during distance learning. Likewise, distance learning support facilities such as gadget, internet quota, and signal are also felt too burdensome for foreign in the midst of economic pressure due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As a result, when children are judged to be less able to master the distance learning process, parents are unable to control their emotion. This is where the opportunity for violence against children emerges. Another cause is the lack of knowledge of parents in parenting pattern. Parenting patterns are the dominant factor that influence the formation of children's character. The COVID-19 pandemic requires parents to replace their role as teacher will at home. While there are still many parents who do not understand their child development, children needs, and child psychology, this condition is increasingly difficult because during the COVID-19 pandemic, there are many things that need adjustment, include adjustment in child care. This has the potential to place parents in an emotionally vulnerable condition, and children with their happiness often become victims of violence from their parents. 5 special protocol on child protection, which include cross-sectoral protocol for children in need of special protection in the COVID-19 pandemic, protocol for the protection disabled children in the COVID-19 pandemic. In the pandemic, a protocol for dealing with child victims of violence shall be developed. In COVID-19, a protocol for dealing with child victims of violence shall be developed. Protocol for the release of prisoners, suspension of detention, and free release as well as the release of children through assimilation and integration. Conclusion. Children are a group that is vulnerable to violence. The COVID-19 pandemic has further stimulated violence against children. Restriction on activities outside the home increase the interaction between parent and children while parent. Based on this factor, effort to prevent violence against children can start from the family as the child close environment. It is necessary to strengthen the role and function of the family so as to create a conducive climate in the family. Parents also need to increase their knowledge in terms of child care by adjusting parenting patterns during the COVID-19 pandemic. Then, school play a role in providing understanding to parents about the importance of educating children with violence. During distance learning, communication and collaboration between parents and school must be carried out intentionally. Furthermore, religious institutions and community institutions at the local level play a role in socializing child protection to the community, accompanied by an integrated community-based child protection movement. Economic improvement through family economic empowerment is also important in preventing violence against children. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the government needs to ensure a scheme for meeting basic needs for vulnerable groups during PSBB. In addition, the government, in this case the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Child Protection as the front line in child protection, must synergy with all relevant parties to ensure that children still have the right to study and the best service during the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, Commission X of the DPR through its supervisory function play a role in providing ongoing support to government policies in preventing violence against children.
Okay, that's all I can say. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.